will obliterate it in no time flat, as fire prisms only have 500 health, and against heavy melee, that is not going to last long. Autark finally upgrading with the Executioner now. That's going to make her much, much more effective in battle. And here comes the Fire Prism. Let's see what it's up to here. Is he going to use it to take out this Chimera finally? Yes. Although, that may not be the correct shot, judging by the crater it is leaving in the ground. Indeed, that appears to be the explosive volley and not the single target shot. Energy shield activated on the Autark as she leaps into these stormtroopers with support from the Fire Prism. These stormtroopers may not make it out of here. They do not. They go down. But a Leman Russ is up for Sheffy and on the way, along with the Manticore, advancing much too far, in my opinion. If that Fire Prism turns around, oh no! Leman Russ is blasting away this Fire Prism. However, the Fire Prism can outrange it. So as long as NomNom keeps the Fire Prism outside of the Leman Russ's range, Leman Russ will not be able to dispatch with it. And a nice D-cannon volley as well, including a rear armor hit on that Leman Russ. It's going to have to wait to repair for a moment, giving NomNom the very, very needed reprieve to get up a nice 3-cap, but only for moments as these Ogrins aggressively retake this middle point. Meanwhile, the Fire Prism is being repaired as well by these lovely, lovely Guardians who have made it this whole game. Uh-oh, a distortion field. Yes, and it catches 3 of the Ogrins, hucking them backwards. However, the Warlock does not decide that any model kills would be necessary and instead goes for the cap. Another heavy turret erected in the middle. And this Autark is going to go in on this Chimera. Executioner is not great vehicle damage. However, against the Chimera, it is decent, especially with Fire Prism support. And D-cannon support now as well. That does seem to be the wrong blast, however. But I could just be misjudging that. Maybe both blasts make a crater in the ground when they fire. Oh, that Leman Russ is in dire straits, but so is that Autark. Bonehead charge used there, but bumping into the Warlock. Oh, that D-cannon blast combined with that heavy turret blast did not do very well for that Warlock. A Manticore strike on the retreating D-cannon. Will it make it out of there? It does. Second D-cannon has been built for NomNom. That was it. We were watching right there. The first one was safely at base. Another Guardsman squad now being produced for Sheffy. Likely would like some more repairing capability, as well as providing some necessary fodder. These Guardsmen are not repairing. They're just sort of hanging out at this bottom point, likely trying to just defend it. But when you have 2 vehicles that are hurting pretty badly, it might be a good choice to go take a break and repair it. In comes the D-cannon blast with the Autark leading the charge. Distortion field. Or not distortion field. Sorry, I've been calling that wrong the whole time, haven't I? That is the warp field, and it just chewed up those Guardsmen. My goodness, only the Commissar and Sergeant and 2 other members making it out of there. Very nice destructive strike while the Fire Prism blasts away at those Ogrins. However, the caps are 3-0 in Sheffy's favor, and NomNom's points are quickly ticking away. A second Fire Prism up now for NomNom. His Guardians died at some point. Now with double Fire Prism in the middle. This is a dangerous encounter. There we go. That's the area of effect blast. So I do think the other one was the high focus shot. I was just misreading it. Uh-oh. This Fire Prism's in a lot of trouble. Oh, it goes down to that Leman Russ. driving forward and just exploding. This D cannon facing the wrong way. Oh no.
Commander here. Go ahead.
However, it is 1-1 now. This Lord General is going to try to cap this point back. However, this Fire Prism is not having it. Boom! Knocks him over again. He's going to have to get out of there. Otherwise, the next volley will be his undoing. Zontark is trying desperately to catch the Lehman Russ. However, her Executioner will not do enough damage to really take it down anyway. She would be better served. Well, I guess it is quite good to chase the tank towards that Fire Prism. Guardian squad up now for NomNom, going to be doing some repairing here and there. Caps up 2-0 for Sheffy now. Soon to be 1-0, and then 2-0 again, as the Caps do a lovely little dance. Now this Manicore has come very far out, however, Sheffy likely feels secure due to this lovely heavy turret. D-Cannon shelling away at this Lord General, who now has a Commissar Lord in his retinue for that lovely refractor field ability. This D-Cannon again covering the cap down here. It would be, I think, somewhat beneficial to move it slightly over to the right and face it this way, so it could cover this way, but also can fire this way as well. As now we see that if it were facing that way, that Lehman Russ would probably go down, maybe even the Manticore once we got vision on it from the Zontark. Victory points for NomNom, now under 50, and a Manticore barrage is going to take that Guardian squad out completely. This Guardsman squad, however, is going to go down. No! Reinforcing from the Chimera, and the Autark is not quite able to take it down. They reinforce so quickly and 2 at a time. In fact, the squad is able to completely out-heal the Autark's damage. Oh, a nice blast from that D-Cannon takes that heavy turret out finally. And the Fire Prism is locking down this southern point. A very, very good move by NomNom. That is the Fire Prism's ultimate power in the late game, to say, hey, you guy, trying to cap that point. No. No. No, you do not cap that point. You know what you do? You get blowed up. Uh-oh, this D-Cannon's in a lot of trouble, but he does make it out of there. And now the Fire Prism and another D-Cannon getting flanked by these Ogrins. However, the Fire Prism providing a nice cover on retreat, even taking out the Bonehead there, forcing the rebuy from Sheffy. However, at 22 points with only 1 point capped, and oh, no points capped now, as those Guardsmen were able to get free and cap that point now. That Fire Prism needs to re-advance, finish that squad up. No caps up whatsoever, with 9 points remaining on the clock for NomNom. Can he do it, or will Sheffy be the victor of this round? Uh-oh, this Fire Prism is in a lot of trouble with that Lehman Russ there. He's going to get another... Oh, and it goes down. Warp Spider's coming up now for NomNom. However, it doesn't look like he's going to have time to use them, as now his points tick down, and that is all she wrote. A very exciting nail-biter there, as 2 players of roughly equal skill, I would say, go into a very nice head-to-head. Ultimately, NomNom was unable to deal with the Chimera and double Guardsmen of the Tier 2 for Sheffy. That Tier 2 was what really pushed NomNom into a defensive position. Now, once he got his first D-Cannon up, we saw that start to change because of the explosive shot. The Guardsmen can no longer clump. They can no longer stay near the Chimera. The Chimera has to be more careful, as there's things on the field that can completely obliterate it. Now, I think Wraith Guards would have provided a similar boost, but earlier in the game. Now, I'm not an Eldar player, so I'm not sure of that that would have been a better choice, but I think it would have. At any rate, a very well played match from our viewer. I believe Sheffy was the submitter there. So thank you for that submission, and if you would like to see your replay casted, go ahead and submit them. Decepticats@gmail.com. Alright. Thanks for watching. I may also do a StarCraft cast and put that up as well, but we'll see. At any rate, if you enjoyed it, subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.